What's up, guys? This is my third video in a row, and I'm getting kind of tired of it, but there's a lot of shit that I want to get off my chest today. This is more of a serious video. For people who've been gaming for a while like I have, originally I owned a PlayStation 2. I got my first PlayStation 2 when I was about 5 or 6 years old, and my first games were Tekken and Rayman. Now, if people don't know what Rayman or Tekken are, Tekken's a fighting game, much like Street Fighter and Mortal Kombat, but I like Tekken a lot more because of the real, more realness of fighting games. What Rayman is a platform game, 3D platform, and what a platform game is, it's like Super Mario, but it's not. It's 3D, it's a closer camera, different characters, different environments. It's a completely different game, same setup though, across the screen. Now, for people who want to get some old vintage games, definitely pick up Rayman and Tekken 2. Those are my first two games I ever had, and I love them to death. Now, I'm going to talk about my gaming as a child. The games that I played when I was young. My first PlayStation 2 game, as a matter of fact, was Turok Evolution. Look it up on GameStop. Wicked fun. Not too good graphics, but believe me, it's one of the more fun games. And for people who are comic book geeks, I'm not. But for people who are, this game was derived from a comic book series, Turok. And they not recently, 3 years ago, that's not recent at all, but in 2009 they made a Turok 2009, 2010, I forget. But it was a fun game, not, very overlooked. And I'm probably going to pick it up. But Turok Evolution, guys. I was 7. And it was rated M. My mom picked it up because I said I wanted a game like Jurassic Park. She saw the dinosaur on the cover. She picked it up for me. The guy asked her if it was rated M. She didn't care. She figured Jurassic Park was rated M. It's rated R. So she figured rated M wouldn't be any different. So she picked it up for me. I played it and there was a lot of blood. Luckily the game didn't have too great of graphics, so the blood kind of just looked like red Kool-Aid or, I don't know, lobster meat. I don't know what you want to call it. That's really disgusting, lobster meat, but that was my first game for the PlayStation 2, and I was 7 or 6 when I got that. I was young, very, very young, and it was a very, very fun game. I would sit down there and play it 24/7. Second game I got, I remember, was Downhill Domination. No one knows what that game is. Not a soul. It's not sold anywhere anymore, I don't think. But the Downhill Domination was a mountain bike game. Start off on the top, and it was so fun. You ride down all these famous mountains, and all through the forest and stuff. And it was designated areas. It wasn't like you're boxed in. You have to go like this. It was like SSX, but dirt biking in much longer mass. You go down, it'd be like free roam kind of. You have your limitations, but you'd be able to go left and right for about maybe 30, 40 seconds, maybe even like 35. But you go down the hill, and you want to win. So it's a dirty game. You want to knock people off. So first thing you get is a punch. Punch, punch, punch. You knock them off. Next one you get is, I think it's a kick, and then you get the hip check, and then you get bottles. I used to think of like toilet paper, but you get the bottles and you throw them at people, and you knock them off the bike in one hit. I know it sounds easy, but then there were little perks that you pick up. Red was adrenaline. You go really, really fast. You get lightning stamina. You get ability to punch, a lot, and then you get purple, which would bring you all the way up to bottle. And this game had a lot of maps. It was really, really fun, even though it's not online. It brings some good memories to me, and I would love for you guys to pick the game up if you still have a PlayStation 2. I would love if you guys pick up these games because they built me as a person. I know it's kind of sad to say, but they brought me up as a person. I'm not violent or anything. They just brought a little bit more, imagination to my life, and the diversity among games, was really good for me. Another game that I had that I really want to point out was fun. It's Call of Duty Finest Hour. Now, probably everyone knows what Call of Duty Finest Hour is. It's the first Call of Duty game to hit console, and it was a series of missions. 4 missions for each story. It was 4 or 5. It went Russian, British, I think American, and South African, or something like that. It was really, it was basic Call of Duty stuff, but it was really, really fun. It was actually one of the more fun Call of Duties for campaign. It was in World War II. It was still a really good topic back then, not too dry, but Call of Duty, really fun game. Another game that I really enjoyed, definitely, I don't know how I didn't forget about this, but there was a series of games that I really loved, and I hold near and dear to me even today, and I still wish that they would come out with more of these games. Jak and Daxter series. I have a passion for Jak and Daxter. That game was the hardest game I ever played, and I loved every moment of it. Every moment. Me and my friend Joshua Santoro, we would sit back and play Jak 2 all day, and we would just enjoy it. It was just fun. You and your friends laughing over it, getting the gun mods. Blue gun was the fast one, yellow was the rifle, red was the shotgun, and there was another one. It was oh yeah, the Peacemaker. It was purple. It was a really good game. I started smiling because it was really, really fun, and I remember it so well. Now the first Jak and Daxter, we all know, it was no guns. It was just very fun, very raw, really, really fun. I'm actually gonna pick it up. Maybe I'm gonna pick up a PlayStation 2 again, and I'm gonna pick up these games because they're much more fun than Xbox games now. They're much more fun. We all know Jak and Daxter. Jak 3 was definitely fun. Not the best Jak. The best Jak to me was Jak 2. But Jak 3 was definitely great, and so was Jak and Daxter. But then they went downhill. They produced Jak X, which was all primarily racing, and destroyed the whole Jak and Daxter element, which really upset me and definitely made them lose fun. Naughty Dog, I think, went down. Another series next to my heart, right here, Jak and Daxter and Sly Cooper. Sly Cooper, Devious Raccoonist, I remember. Then there was Sly Cooper 2, Band of Thieves. Then there was Sly Cooper 3, Thieves in Time or something like that. And they're coming out with another one for PlayStation 3. So, I know I may sound a little greedy here, but I'm see if I can pick up another PlayStation 3. My job, pays me a decent amount. I might be able to pick it up in a couple of weeks, considering I'm still living with my parents, sadly. But, I'll be able to pick it up and, relive some more memories, see how well they do. We all know what Sly Cooper was. You have this game, and you take out villains and all these different levels. And it was really fun. The whole element of Sly Cooper was insane, It gave me my first heroes as a little kid, as 8, 7. I don't know why, but I would look up to these guys. Jak, he was a badass, and he had guns, and he was, respectful and loyal to his friends, And, Sly Cooper, again, loyal, respectful, just, intelligent, smart, and, clever, keen. All these things, put part into my character. And then as I grew on to becoming more older and becoming, a young adult, I started playing Battlefield 3, the Battlefield series, the Call of Duty series, and that's pretty much what I stuck with from ages 10 to about now. Actually, I'm playing these games, and I'm starting to broaden my horizons. Oh yeah, and one more game that really brought me, pleasure when I was younger was Grand Theft Auto series. I first got Grand Theft Auto 3 with Tommy Vincetti, I think his name was. Then I got San Andreas, which is the best Grand Theft Auto ever made. I don't care what anyone else says. Definitely the best. Not because the guy's black and I'm trying to pander to black people. It's just a fun game, It shows you how, I don't know if you know gang life, I'm not in the gang, so I don't know how I would know, but, it goes to show you how tight and close gang members can actually be, and you may be misinterpreting them, some of them at least, they're very honorable, some of them, they'll do anything for their family, which really, is a fun game to play, gets you connected to the characters. Alright guys, it's been well over 10 minutes. This is my childhood memories and my games that I hold so close to my heart. do yourself a favor. Pick up these games if you have any spare money for the PlayStation 2. You can get all these games, wonderful games. And I will be seeing you guys around. Stay beautiful, guys. Stay beautiful.